Aloha, welcome to BeaDazzle Hawaii. Today we're going to make some sweetheart cupcake earrings. This one's fun. We're using two types of bead caps today. One is a filigree piece and the other is a solid cup, fluted cup. Looks just like a cupcake cup. I'm also using Swarovski crystal and crystal donut. That's a very small 2mm donut. Silver findings. We also have it in gold. And a Swarovski crystal heart. Now my eye pin.
Repeat.
Okay. My eye pin I'm using is 1.5 inch. And there's a reason for that. We're going to make a large loop at the top to attach it to the bow. So use at least 1.5 inch eye pin or longer if you need to.
You need a jump ring.
Oh, where'd it go? Aloha, welcome to BeaDazzle Hawaii. Today we're making sweetheart cupcake earrings. And if you'll notice, we have some new colors of Swarovski crystal hearts. And I'm using Swarovski crystal pearls too in a chocolate brown color and a creamy white color. So we're going to call these chocolate and vanilla. Now, my findings are silver. I'm using also a gold bead cap, a filigree bead cap, a solid cupcake bead cap, and our silver findings. My eye pin is 1.5 inches long for this project because we're going to make a large wrap loop to attach to our bow. So you need at least 1.5 inches. Or a little bit more if you have. So first I'm going to start by taking my gold bead cap, and you'll notice it's curved right now. I use a nylon jaw plier to flatten it a little. That's going to become our doily plate for our cupcake. So I just press down and flatten it. On my eye pin, I'm going to string my flattened bead cap with the curve upward to make a little plate. Then my cupcake cup, my cream pearl, which I think is vanilla flavored, a 2mm donut crystal, and that's the cherry on top. And today I'm using a 3-step plier. I usually use the first step for regular loops, but we need a little bit larger size today, so I'm using the center step, the second step. But using the same method, I lay down my pin on top, and then I gently open the plier and then close down again and allow it to bend to a right angle, and that gives me a little neck to wrap. Then I bring the plier back up against that bend, close down at the second step. I use my finger to push pin around about halfway. Then I release and reposition and grasp with the plier and gently roll over until that loose end is crossing the neck of the pin. And to adjust and round that loop, I just rock back and forth using my thumb to stabilize it. to center my loop over the crystals. And that makes about a 4mm loop. I'm going to first insert the loose end of my wire into the loop on the bow. So this is my front of my pin. So I'm going to insert it in. When I push it around, it's going to flip over to the front. Now I'm going to use my bent nose plier to grasp that loop. And I can use either another bent nose plier or a chain nose plier like this one to grasp the loose end and start wrapping. Each wrap should be right next to the other so you have it as even as possible. And this is going to go around about 3 times. And I have a little bit of a loose end. So now I'm going to use my wire nipper to clip the excess. You want to get very close. Then to fit in a small space, I'm using my fine chain nose plier to just press down that little bit of an end. Now I'm going to use my bent nose and chain nose. You can use any combination of that type of plier to twist your jump ring open. Add it to the top of your heart. Then we're going to add that to the bottom of your eye pin. So I'm going to use my bent nose plier again. Get a good grip on my ring. And I'm going to twist it to close. And I want to feel the two ends rubbing together to make sure they're touching. And just rock it back and forth until they're even. Then the last thing I do is take my ear wire and from the front slide it in and on. Then use my plier to squeeze it closed gently. And there's my sweetheart cupcake earring. You can get all the findings, crystals, at BeaDazzle Hawaii. Thank you.